Now I'm grown and I'm still walking and finding answers if I take my time. I can find a cure for cancer, mind up a black man. I can conquer anything. If y'all stop killing us, we can't become anything. Let's go.
Flex. Yeah, 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 yeah. Way back when I was broke, they ain't want me, but now I'm back up. Got some fakes and I started to count, yeah, I'm getting my stacks up. If you ain't on that money mission, only words that I got is back up. Cause I got a couple killers if you're feeling like you need to act up. Please don't try to come and flex again. Don't flex. See, I got more essays than the Mexican. No stress, your girl scream my name like my only friend. And they need to on me like my only friend. Flex. Packing pussies when it's in the holster. Fast money like I'm moving soda. Fast money hitting in the sofa. And my wrist is flicking like I'm cooking soda. Yo, girl said she want me. Had to distance. She was with the homie, so we had to flip her. She was going down. Yelling timber and that Nina on me, so don't try to tempt her. Religion started going by the cold. Man, it's sleeping on me. Man, it's getting old. You can call the game, but they never fold. You can play the game, but my player pose. Derek on me, but that speaker knockers. Got that taller on me, and it's going young, cause I ain't never worried. Stay unbothered, button up your shirt, but my throat to stop you like, whoa. Man, these rappers getting bold, telling stories like they fold. I never fold, pull up 100s, I'm flexing. Yo, girl steady trying to text me, and she just met me. I show her the realest, she let me. So please don't try to test me, and I'm going lefty. She pull up with Benzie, I'm flexing. She said she wanted some shifty, like. It's crazy how the story goes, baby. And now I know you've been stressing a lot lately. It's crazy how her soul is screaming, save me. And now I know what she wants, she's screaming, lay me down, 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 down. Baby screaming, lay down, ain't no time to play now. Change my player ways, crazy how she thinks I changed now. Yeah. Money mission, we need it, so give us them fast bucks. 100K up in the safe for my Uzi and Max, I be strapped up. If you talking tough, we hit you up, never ask us when you act up. Better believe, flex and run the game on all of these niggas. Yeah, money mission, we need it. Money mission, we need it. I wanna ball, I want my name on the Hall of Fame wall. This ain't a game I go out like LeBron, and when I hit the stage, you know I'm a star. Yeah. Me and Keith been on a mission to get in our stats up. Yeah, catch a flight tonight, I'm ready, got everything packed up. Yeah, got my shooters with me, don't get close to me and act up. Well, we got our cash up, we got my green in the Packers, yeah. Niggas be faking, flopping, playing roles like they actors. Yeah, claim they knew his drivers gon' be better than they last one. Yeah, let's be honest, I'm like you say both the way I pass them. Don't be the one getting passed up. Wanna know the way you view me, what's your thoughts on me like Aubrey's last album. I want a Grammy, a BET, standing ovation, to praise for my travel, my journey. I earned it from learning, from bridges burning. I'm the greatest and you see the outcome. Failure I never would fathom. Slaughter the beat like I'm 21 on his birthday, we're wicked and faster. Yeah, more cause waiting for me. I think the people been patient with me. Waving my dreams are the way that they seem in the sheets. And people been patient with me, so bedtime's the correct time to get in a session. Write my blessings down when I'm asleep. Counting down, that's why I'll catch a sheep. Yeah.
Flex.
Way back when I was broke, they ain't want me, but now I'm back up. Got some fakes and I started to count, yeah, I'm getting my stacks up. If you ain't on that money mission, only words that I got is back up. Cause I got a couple killers if you're feeling like you need to act up. Please don't try to come and flex again. Don't flex. See, I got more essays than the Mexican. No stress, your girl scream my name like my only friend. And they need to on me like my only friend. Flex. I see is fraudulence. All 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 I see is money don't make you real. I'm scared, man. Let's be real. All I see is fraudulence. All I see is saying I'm the realest. It's fraudulence. They're saying I'm a realist. And all I see is fraudulence. All I see is money don't make you real. I'm scared, man. Let's be real. All I see is fraudulence. All I see is saying I'm the realest. It's fraudulence. They're saying I'm a realist. And all I see is fly, but I be float. If I stay high, cause I'm just that dope. And just be fake, so let's be real. Okay, just to see me though. Most of these boys just see me folk. I'm out daily like CP3. You can never see me like a UFO. It's in my jeans, or you ain't know. Listen, money don't make you real if you want real when you a broke. That money gon' get you killed if you a clown, and that's no joke. I don't gang bang, but I bang bang when it comes to me and my folks. And the same thing for my dope. Yeah, I'm riding around with my toast. On the break ground with who I know. Say hey man for that big get eight. Gotta say grace before I use my phone. So leapfrog in your coat. No new friends, no fake friends, no nonsense is my quote. No children, no playpen, no fraudulence, and that's dope. All I see is fraudulence. All I see is money don't make you real. I see you scared, man. Okay, let's be real. All I see is fraudulence. All I see is saying I'm the realest. It's fraudulence. Just saying I'm a realist. And all I see is fraudulence. All I see is money don't make you real. I see you scared, man. Okay, let's be real. All I see is fraudulence. All I see is saying I'm the realest. It's fraudulence. Just saying I'm a realist.
What's the flavor? What's the flavor? What's the flavor? What's the flavor? Cup watching you a peeping time. Nosy neighbor, nosy neighbor. What's the flavor? What's the flavor? What's the flavor? What's the flavor? Cup watching you a peeping time. Nosy neighbor, nosy neighbor. They be y'all in my Kool-Aid, in my Kool-Aid, and it help me stir. They be y'all in my Kool-Aid, in my Kool-Aid, and it help me stir. They be all in my Kool-Aid, in my Kool-Aid, and it help me stir. They be all in my Kool-Aid, in my Kool-Aid, yeah, they be all in my soul. Why you always in the mix with it? And you ain't help me mix, did you? My table is full, can't eat with you fools. Now you can't even sit with us, let alone have a sit with us. Now you can't even hit this one. Simple and plain, can tell by your frame that you don't get the big picture. That boy that is a soft drink, that mean they got some with them. Listen, it's an A and B conversation. See, they all on my D in my conversation. Pockets on E, F that. Me against you, that's a mismatch. Get a disrespect, I'm a lit match. Game is so I treat it like it's pit pat. They be y'all in my Kool-Aid, in my Kool-Aid, and it help me stir. They be y'all in my Kool-Aid, in my Kool-Aid, and it help me stir. They be y'all in my Kool-Aid, in my Kool-Aid, and it help me stir. They be y'all in my Kool-Aid, in my Kool-Aid, yeah, they be all in my soul. You must got me mixed up. Wait, it must be a mix up. She said I'm a stiff drink. And well, you a mix one. I'm the type to mix business with pleasure. I love getting money, we just go together. My homeboy, he got a dope wrist. Your girlfriend, we call her blowfish. Since you all in my fridge, I ain't lost the intro. All at your crib and I do it again. Boy, I don't play, let's I play to win. I hit your girl once and I'm gone in the win. You thirsty, boy, power up. Want anybody why you show up? Boy, why you show up? Oh, you want a taste of the good life? Somebody tell that boy to grow up, grow up. They be y'all in my Kool-Aid, in my Kool-Aid, and it help me stir. They be y'all in my Kool-Aid, in my Kool-Aid, and it help me stir. They be y'all in my Kool-Aid, in my Kool-Aid, and it help me stir. They be y'all in my Kool-Aid, in my Kool-Aid, yeah, they be all in my soul. They be all in my mix, all in my mix, all in my mix. They be all in my mix, all in my bitch, they be all in my kitchen. I mean in my business, they say they hungry but won't do the dishes. Don't pay them no mind, don't pay them no dishes. Could pay me to pay him for business. They be all in my bitch, all in my kitchen. They be all in my bitch, they be all in my bitch.
DFBBs.
Yeah, all work, no play, boy. Now that I'm booming, yeah. All I know is money, 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 money. All I know is money, 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 money. All I know is money, 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 money. All I know is money, 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 money. All I know is money. So ATM, so ATM, addicted to the money. I'm so ATM, so ATM, I'm so ATM, and I be feeling fucked. Yeah, I can't help myself. So ATM, so ATM, addicted to the money. I'm so ATM, so ATM, I'm so ATM, and I be feeling fucked. Yeah, I can't help myself. Being ATM, that my MO. I was going through withdrawing, I was Bruno. Now I'm booming stupid. That money calling, it just be calling me. Like I'm Pookie, I'm so addicted to it. I can't live without it. Like Master P with my cheese, cause they know I'm body. And I be salad dressing, lettuce falling on my pockets. Paper cuts all on my thighs, all I make is deposits. So ATM, so ATM, addicted to the money. I'm so ATM, so ATM. I'm so ATM, and I be feeling fucked. Yeah, I can't help myself. So ATM, so ATM, addicted to the money. I'm so ATM, so ATM. I'm so ATM, and I be feeling fucked. Yeah, I can't help myself. All I know is this paper. If I don't know nothing else, I've been down before, but now I'm top shelf and this cash all in no credit check. Look, all I know is these haters. Better wake up. I know some broke comments that'll ride on you for the low. Like a mega bus, I need my paper straight on the paper plate, cause this tab full of my paper cup and my elevator keep going up. I'm prepped for time, so don't interrupt. My girl say she need a bag. That's a pocketbook, a couple bands in my pants. I told her, little girl, that's a pocketbook. Money, 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 money. If I don't know about nothing, I know money, 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 money. If I don't know about nothing, I know money, 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 money. If I don't know about nothing, they looking stupid. If I don't know about nothing, man, trust me, I know about money. I know money. So ATM, so ATM, addicted to the money. I'm so ATM, so ATM. I'm so ATM, and I be feeling fucked. Yeah, I can't help myself. So ATM, so ATM, addicted to the money. I'm so ATM, so ATM, I'm so ATM, and I be feeling fucked. Yeah, I can't help myself. I'm feeding for that money crazy. I'm feeding for that money daily, so I go get it, nigga. Hey, 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 No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. They say that I'm heartless. I might be cold-hearted. That's the way the streets making me. Don't know look on with commas. Feelings don't get the bills paid. Kinda hard when you starving. And some nights I can't sleep, baby. I'ma get it regardless. They throwing dirt on my name like I'm dead. Cause I'm trying to get real. Being broke, well, I can't understand how you lay in the bed. Gotta go get it, so I'm up and at it. If you ain't got it, then how you chillax it? You want to ball, then you got to practice. Can't I complain when you hustling backwards? You wanna get out what you put in. You don't put it in work. You wanna get out what you put in. You put it in work. See, I'ma get it no matter what. No matter what, I ain't giving up. Take sugar coated so you think it's sweet. I just keep it real so you know it's me. They say that I'm heartless. I might be cold-hearted. That's the way the streets made me. Don't no luck on with counters. Feelings don't get the bills paid. Kinda hard when you starving. And some nights I can't sleep, baby. I'ma get it regardless. 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 I don't care what your friends say. I can't deal with the fraudulence. I don't care who come with me. I'ma get it regardless. They say that I'm perfect. No, I just ain't flawed, baby. Gotta prove that it's worth it. Otherwise, I'll talk save it. They say actions be louder than words. You see what I'm saying? They say actions be louder than words. You can see what I'm saying. I thought I told them that it's money time. It's now or never, better pick a side. Either riding with me or I'm pulling off. I hit the dance and it's adios. Couldn't get comfortable with being broke. When you're winning from the boy, it ain't a joke. So I'm getting to it cause that's all I know. Can't do it with them, better leave them alone. They say that I'm heartless. I might be cold-hearted.
$94 feet and beyond. Happy Wednesday. It's September the 13th. We back in the building.
It's that Virgo season. I'm gonna shout myself out. Virgo season. My birthday is on Saturday. So if you free, if you want to take me out to lunch, dinner, send a gift, DM me. I'll just tell you where to deliver.
Right. And then not long after that season, soon, in about 10 days.
Oh, well. Nothing's really important after Virgo season.
We'll be hitting into the Libra season, the balance, the happy, people of everybody's life, Well, we'll be hitting into that season.
After you get past the Virgos, the ones that keep it 100, I guess you need a little bit of this.
we have to tell y'all what just happened.
Right.
That's what we got to do. Well, I know what you thought, but let me just tell you what just happened. So.
Also, my baby's here on the floor. Y'all might see her. I'm not sure if y'all can hear. You can't see her. Okay.
But she was here blessing our studio here.
She sleeps. She might pop up here in a second. My 5-year-old. So I don't know what she got to say on basketball, but I see her little baby here. So.
Yes. So she's gonna sit in for us, and we're gonna talk about some things.
Yes.
So, going on in the city. We have some fall leagues that just got started.
Yep.
I know we talk about the Hoopsters Fall League every week, but I know that they actually I don't know if they just got started. I think
it starts this week. I think it's because I got a female or something. I think it starts
Sunday?
the 17th. So that's Sunday. Yeah.
Sunday.
Yeah. Sunday.
And then we have, I saw Newark is having a fall league, fall league, I think started today.
I don't know about the Newark league, but okay.
Yeah, I seen that on Twitter.
Okay.
On the Twitter. I was using my Twitter fingers.
I'm a little behind on Twitter. I go like once a week, so I'll be busy.
And so we've been having a lot of open gyms, and
Eastmore has one today, 6 to 8. Eastmore 6 to 8.
Eastmore 6 to 8. Go on in there and get you some work in.
Yes. What other open gyms? I know Canal Winchester had one yesterday. Somebody texted me about that. There's just today. I forgot. I think it was at 6 too. So I don't know if it's every Monday, but I'll say that as of now, I think it's every Monday because somebody texted me that, and I don't know any other days. But
Canal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And y'all have one too. Afrocentric had one too.
Ours is on Mondays and Fridays and Saturday mornings.
Okay.
So Mondays, if you can make it, it's from 3 to 5, and then on Fridays it's 6. Can't remember.
I thought Fridays was the early one for you guys, or are they both early?
Oh, Fridays is 3 to 5.
Yeah.
Mondays is 6 to 8. I knew it was something. And then Saturdays is 7 to 3. 7 to 3.
I'm gonna say, I get a full job.
Look,
is this a workout?
Right. This is a whole full work day. 7 to 9:30. So
Okay.
they be getting it in. You know, this is the time to go ahead and work during the off season because the season will be here in 5 minutes.
I know time is flying by because
It is.
it was summer, and next thing you know, the school year started up, and we're back at
It's
it.
September.
It's
like
September.
Middle of September.
I know, that's crazy.
It is.
It's my favorite
crazy.
time of the year, though. So
Mine too.
I'm excited
Yeah,
about it.
I love the fall.
I love this weather. It's
They can
usually
take
on the
this
70s.
rain.
Yeah, but it's clearing up for the holiday on Saturday, so that's always good.
Oh, the holiday. Okay.
The holiday that's on Saturday.
Yes, on the holiday.
The weather clears up starting on Friday.
Yes. Is that when it starts?
The sun is starting to come out again on Friday. I saw on the weather to get ready for that holiday on Saturday. But anyways.
Anyhow, celebrate, send her, you know, she takes money orders.
Anything, I take it.
Not no bounce checks.
Right. I got PayPal, so if you want to send that, Cash
you
App.
Got Quick Pay?
I don't got Quick Pay. Cash App, though.
Okay,
Holler at me.
The Cash App.
Holler at me.
Okay. So that's what's going on in her world. And in her world, that's your world too.
Right.
Anyhow, next subject we have the WNBA.
Yeah.
Is in playoffs.
Okay.
Have you been watching any of the games? They have been shown.
There has been a lot of them on. Me and Simone watched it for a second. That's my baby here, the 5-year-old on here. But she got tired of watching it. We ended up watching the live rights. But
okay.
But we did watch because it's kind of I love the fact of it being on more channels now.
Yes.
You know, it used to be like ESPN3 all the time, and nobody has that.
Exactly.
But now it's ESPN2. Right. I think you see the most of them on. So.
You can watch it online or on the app. It is on ESPN2. Last night was ESPN2, and they were actually playing in Minnesota.
Oh, okay.
On the college court.
Oh, where are they?
The Minnesota court, and it was stacked, packed.
That's what I love to see. Then
I was
love
so
to see
excited.
That.
I said this is a definitely, you know, I think that a lot of like the social media and people really talking about it, and the men, of course, talking about the WNBA has really got people to come out. I mean, it was packed.
That's good.
Like
man.
They showed the stands, and I've never seen that many people in the stands for a WNBA game. So that definitely is progress and something that needs to continue to happen.
Well, that's good to just to bring attention to the girls anyway. You know, like I see that now. Whenever I do get on Twitter, I do see that a lot of you're starting to hear a lot of people talking about female athletes, and that's really good to see.
Yes,
so
there's a lot out there. They're out there doing some great things, and I'm excited. You know where the game is going, because if it continues, then you know it's going to be better in the future.
For you to make more money, for it to be a lucrative avenue for our females to go into. So
yes, definitely is necessary, because they put in just as much time and everything. So did you see that video on Facebook that Adrian shared yesterday?
I didn't, but I did see where she was talking about being I didn't have time to really look at it because I was real busy yesterday at work, and then when I got home I didn't get home until late. But anyways, I did see she was talking about being a college student, and it looked like it was something serious. And I meant to go back. You just said that to me, and I wish I could go back. But why don't you tell us about it? What did the video say?
Well, I'm not going to use any of the school names.
Okay.
Or not even her name, but it was just something that just really, you know, just something else to think about. She basically talked about she went away to school, her and her best friend.
She's a basketball athlete, correct?
Basketball player.
Okay. I just want to put that
her
out
and her
there
best
too.
friend had been playing together since 7th grade, committed to a school.
Together.
Okay. Started working out. She was having a hard time. It's almost the same story as Angel.
Okay.
She was having a hard time. She couldn't breathe. She was saying that something was going on. Didn't really, according to her, and these just according to her words, really didn't do anything about it for a while. So she ended up going to her own doctor.
So did she tell her coaches or tell them about it too? Okay.
Yeah. And so they finally, like, they was checking her out, but of course she was like, you know how our girls, they don't want to appear that something's wrong. You got to get in the gym and work. She was doing too much, basically, when she really was not physically capable of doing what she should have been doing. So anyhow, long story short, she ends up going to the hospital, went to see her own doctor.
Mm-hmm.
They did some x-rays or something, said that she was fine. She went back to practice, but was still having problems. Then they called her and was like, you need to get back to the hospital. Found out she had a blood clot in her lung.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And this was the beginning of her freshman year. And she couldn't play. Basically, she had to get shots and had to go through all this treatment.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't play her freshman year. Was going to her sophomore year. Evidently, she was really a good player because she ended up starting her sophomore year. So she came up back from being sick, and she said she started playing. Something happened where she hurt her knee, and she was telling them, I hurt my knee, and basically they kind of like blew her off. According to her, this is all according to her. They blew her off. She ended up again going to basically see her own doctor. Found out that all this stuff was wrong with her knee. In the meantime, before they, approached her about, I guess, talking about her knee, she was playing on it.
Mm-hmm.
And they was telling her, ain't nothing wrong with you. Basically, it's in your head. So you need to get out there and play, or you don't have to start. So, of course, she going to keep playing. So she played on it, found out all this stuff was wrong with her knee, went and told the school. School was like, you need a second opinion because we're not paying for none of that.
Wow.
So she goes and I guess had the second opinion, ended up having surgery on her knee. And I guess only half of the surgery was done. So it got to the point where she couldn't play at all.
Mm-hmm.
So she ended up, she was playing, but then she ended up transferring because she was like, I can't do this. She said she was in as much pain as she was from the first day her knee started hurting till after her surgery and rehab. And then she was playing on it again. Now, she transfers, she goes to another school. They get her in to see a doctor, and they told her that's when she found out that they only did half of the work. And because she played on her knee so long, it's basically ruined.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Wow. So, like I said, I'm not saying any names of schools because I wasn't there. I don't know the situation. This is just this was her experience that she was sharing. And
so was her friend still at the other school or
yes,
original school?
But this year, I think this was the same year. I think like maybe 7 girls transferred
from that school. Wow. Okay. I'm going to have to know who that is off air because I want to know who that is. Wow.
So, the moral to that story for me was you really have to pay attention to your body, and you really, a lot of times these girls are out here and they're pushing themselves, and ain't nothing wrong with working hard and being pushed, but how you feel. And I feel like, a lot of times when coaches are recruiting you, if they know you, if they got to know you, they know if you're a hard worker or not. And if, the difference from something's wrong with them for real and, they just don't want to work hard. So, it's not worth the sacrifice of your body,
right,
to continue to do something that your body is telling you to stop.
Right.
Especially with the blood clot in her lungs, she could have collapsed and died.
Exactly, that's serious. Well, even to her knee though, that's serious.
And the knee, and she literally broke down in tears. She was like, "I just can't believe it." And she just stopped playing in June. She was like, "My basketball career is over." She wanted to play professionally. Like she's been playing for a long time, and so she's just now I think she's recruiting or something. But definitely, ladies out there, no matter what's going on, I'm sure that for the most part, the schools have your best interest in mind. I wouldn't think that they would want you to ruin, to go to those stakes. However, your body, and for you to continue to push yourself and then, mess yourself up, because she still has a year of eligibility because she had to sit out a year. I don't know if she graduated. I'm guessing she graduated, but she still had a year to play. But she said that she's in such bad shape that she don't think that she'll make it for that year.
Just pay attention to your bodies. And that's the thing too, to think about, during this recruiting era for a lot of people right now. Well, I should say 2019, 2018. You know what? We have a call.
We have a caller, and I believe this is our guest, and hopefully it is 94 feet and beyond. Who we have on the line?
We have Latasha Barnes on the line.
Latasha Barnes. How are you? Buyers. I'm sorry.
Thank you for calling in. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for calling in.
Definitely.
No problem. How y'all doing today?
I'm great. How are you?
Excuse me?
I said, how are you?
Oh, I'm doing lovely.
Can you introduce yourself to our callers of who you are and where you're from and what you do?
My name is Latasha Barnes, former two-time WNBA champions. I won 2 championships with the Los Angeles Sparks. I began my career with the Sacramento Monarchs. I played with the Washington Mystics and the Houston Comets. Okay.
What years were you in the WNBA?
Excuse me?
What years were you in the WNBA?
I was in the WNBA from the beginning, so I was like one of the pioneers.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's even more amazing.
Yeah. I started my career in 1997.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, tell us a little bit about before that, because Mr. Ron, he told me that y'all went to school together, and we was excited to be able to talk to you, because this is wonderful for the girls to hear.
Well, I was born in Memphis, Tennessee, raised in a town maybe called Millington, Tennessee, maybe about 15, 20 minutes from Memphis. A country girl. Like I said, grew up in the South, attended NEO Junior College. That's where I met one of my good friends, Ron Best.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's and the rest was history.
Okay. And so you went to the league when the league got started in 97. So
a funny story is I was originally drafted to the ABL.
Okay.
And if you was a first team All-American coming out of college, you was automatically placed.
Okay.
You were automatically placed in the ABL, but they were, they was playing around with the money and all of that. So I decided to go to Istanbul, Turkey.
Okay.
Out of college, then came back to the WNBA.
Okay. How long did you play over in Turkey?
I played in Turkey maybe like 7 years.
Oh,
okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
How did they treat you over there? How did they treat you? How was the...
Oh, man. It's like you're a celebrity over there.
Yeah.
Okay.
But one thing I can tell the people that's who's looking to go overseas, it's a real cutthroat type of business over there. Sometimes you don't get all of your money.
I've heard of that. My cousin.
Yeah, you have a lot of problems, like with your apartment. You don't have rent. They haven't paid the rent. The light's not on.
Wow.
The gas is not working. Yeah, it's a lot that people really don't know.
Yeah.
What goes on with playing over in Europe, But then if you're going over there and you put in the work and doing what you got to do, you don't have those problems.
Okay.
The money, it's always gonna be money issue with Europe.
Oh wow, I didn't know that. That's news to me.
Oh yeah, and trust me, I know I played in Italy, Turkey, Hungary, Spain, Russia, Athens, Greece, Sofia, Bulgaria. I mean, all
Wow.
Wow.
Yes,
But I've heard that too. That on the men's side too, that they've had issues with trying to get their money. You know, over there.
It's so cutthroat over there. Say, for instance, say you get a small injury and you're not performing up to their standards. They'll have somebody on the plane already on their way over there.
Yeah.
So when the other Americans get there, you showing her the office and the place to take your job.
Wow. That's crazy. Oh my goodness. I had no idea. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me see. What is he saying? Hall of Famer at the ball.
Anything you guys want to ask me, hey, I'm open like a book.
What position did you play too? What position did you play?
I put the P in power forward.
I know that's right.
Okay. What did you average when you were in the WNBA? What was your average?
I think I averaged like 15 in Sacramento.
Mm-hmm.
But the WNBA is about accepting your role and playing your role.
Right, yes. Right. But that's really on any team.
Who they want to score. They have the people who they want to handle the ball. So what you have to do is you have to find out what's your best asset to the team.
Mm-hmm.
And my best asset was doing the dirty work.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've seen some videos.
I could have easily averaged 20 of 20 plus in the WNBA.
Yeah.
Because I led the nation in scoring in college, and I also
I heard you was a Hall of Famer.
And I led plenty scoring over there in Turkey and overseas and every team I played for in Europe. But it's just when you get back to America, what I would call it the goon role. So you have to accept the goon role, and that's what I did. But it was worth it because I got 2 championships after this.
Yeah.
Right.
Sometimes that is the sacrifice, unfortunately.
And that's what people don't understand. Everybody's not going to be the man.
Right.
That is so true.
Right.
That is true.
Once people accept their role and understand why you're there, hey, everything will work out fine. But if you're going in there like, hey, I want to be the man right away, it doesn't work like that.
Okay. See, and that's good for them to hear because a lot of times that's what happens. You have all these all-stars on one team and they all trying to, get their thing off, and that don't work. So definitely necessary to figure out where you fit in, because I think that gives you longevity.
Exactly. And that's what it's about, longevity.
Right.
I had some teammates last like a season, and that's it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ron put in here too that you averaged 38 points when you were in high school.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Bolton High School, Arlington, Tennessee. Yeah.
Okay. Did y'all win any state championships or anything while you were there?
No, we didn't win the state, but we came close.
Okay. To get close in the state for anybody is good. So that's good.
So we talking to this should have been our first guest. This of the show. We talking to the superstar because he just told us about the pass that you did to Lisa Leslie for the groundbreaking dunk.
Oh yeah, I think.
And I remember that
in Miami. And I think I think I got a bottle of Cristal for that pass.
Oh, okay. That's great.
That's
this is you a
history.
Legend.
Yeah, this is a history Hall of Famer.
Here on the phone. So y'all better be listening. She got the blueprint on what you need to do.
I just want to tell all the young women out there who are aspiring to be in the WNBA. Hey, sometimes it works out. Everybody's not going to make the WNBA. I'm going to be honest with you. And but like I said, Europe is always another avenue. So don't you can set that for your goal, long term. But first, you got to do what you got to do in college.
Exactly.
Right.
You got to get it done.
Like I was coaching here in Chicago, and some of the girls would tell me like, Coach, I'm going to the WNBA. I'm like, how about let's just get you to a college first.
Right.
And see what you can do on the collegiate level.
Exactly.
So
what do you think? What do you think sets apart someone who's going to make it to the league from college? from those that don't.
You got you know what, you got to stay, you got to be hungry.
Mhm.
You got to stay focused, and basically, I hate to say this, but if you got it, you got it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's true.
If you don't, you don't.
Yeah.
I mean, it's plain and simple. But I don't want to knock anyone's dreams or whatever.
Right.
But like I said, just you got to stay focused. You
Right.
got to be working in the gym when no one else is working.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, because I was a basketball junkie at one time in my life.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I loved to do was play basketball.
Right.
Mhm.
And that
Now,
makes
if
a
you
difference.
get dedicated, something good is gonna come.
Yes.
Mhm.
But if you're
Yes.
just doing it because your friends are doing it or your
Right.
parents are pushing you to do it, and
It's
it's
not
not
gonna
what you really
last.
want to do, because my parents didn't push me
Okay.
to play basketball.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just something
That was in you.
that I love to do.
Mhm.
Okay.
And it was no WNBA when I was growing up, but
Mhm.
I just stuck with it. I didn't know this little round ball could take me all around. The
Right.
world.
Do so much
Right.
for you, man.
Right.
People
Yeah.
don't
And,
realize that.
Where I'm from, it's like we only have 4 blocks,
Mm.
and the neighborhood where I'm from is called Chapel Hill. So I got that tatted on me, CHP.
Mhm.
So that just was a reminder to me, like where I came from. And I used to ask my grandmother, rest in peace, Maggie Byers. I used to ask her, I'm like, how are they going to hear about me all the way out here in this country? And I never forget this. My grandmama told me, she said, baby, if you're good enough, they'll find you.
Yep.
Mhm.
They sure will.
And they came and they found one. A real one.
Wow.
Right. Well, how old were you when you started playing? When did you
Like
that ball
9
get in your
years
hand?
old, right in the backyard.
Okay. Who put the ball in your hand?
My pops put us up a full court. And we played on the dirt.
Okay. That's where you. That's where you play.
All guys.
That's how you get it started. I know that.
Yeah.
That's
Before
what
you have enough girls that even want to play. That's where you
Yeah, I
play.
used to get Ron the business too.
Ron, you hear that out there?
The business. His daughter is probably shooting him out the gym now. The little one.
Exactly. She's on the right track. She's on the right track. She got a dedicated father.
Right.
Right.
He definitely is. He keep them girls in the gym. So, and they seem to want to be there.
That's where it starts at.
Yes. Definitely giving them a chance and an opportunity to get better. So that makes a difference.
Because like the stars now, they can't play forever. So
Right.
there's a generation coming.
Definitely.
Right.
So.
And I like to give a shout out to the ones who paved the way, before me.
Okay.
So that's what's missing in the game now. It's the lack of respect. I'm not knocking WNBA. I'm not knocking WNBA, but to me, I think it's a little watered down now.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not as physical as it once was.
And that's that's on both
in the NBA
sides.
too, though, because there's so many rules now. They've
and don't nobody want to be touched or nothing.
I think I watched the playoff game. I'm like, man, barely touched the player, and like,
right.
I'm like, come on,
yeah,
right,
right.
I seen a little physical activity that you had on the court. I seen the videos Ron sent us. So
I mean, that was. That's what you had to do, because they was gonna knock my head off.
Right. Like,
right.
get up off me.
Right.
And you let them know so they ain't come back, huh?
Yeah, nah, for what?
Yeah, right. They ain't want no more, huh?
I quit paint where it ain't.
Right. Right. Know that.
So with you being an athlete, what was some of the most difficult times you went through as an athlete, and how did you get through them?
Difficult times is going through situations. Well, because like I'm gonna give you a prime example. My coach Doug Bruno, I love him to death. He told me people are addicted to talent. It was just people coming out the woodwork. I mean, I didn't even know half of these people.
Right.
But somehow they find a way to get close to. And and I always had that thing like, okay, I got to stay up on my guard or whatever. But you know, it's always people trying to pull you down.
Right.
And that's why you got to keep God first, and you got to, and I, you know, I'm a woman of faith, you know.
Right.
You know, I prayed at all times. So whatever situations I went to, should always call on the man up above.
Yes.
You know, because people didn't know this. I used to sing in the choir. You know, my grandmother made us go to church.
Okay.
Sunday when I didn't want to go. That's why I was glad when we had an AAU tournament or go out of town or, you know, stuff like that, or basketball camp.
Right.
So, like I said, yeah, it's gonna always be ups and downs.
Yes.
But, it's just a matter of
what you do with it,
how you stand strong.
Exactly.
You know?
So I got a serious question about so I was watching the ESPN2 episode that they did where they was comparing something that you went through to Kobe Bryant. This with the Sparks. I guess I didn't know that the Sparks and the Lakers was the same organization.
No, they were the same. They were the same brother and sister organization.
Yeah.
But like I said, I was wrongly accused for something I didn't do.
Right, and that's what I wanted to talk about because you know we always look at just the difference, from pay to exposure to everything, the way that they do the women compared to the way that they do the men. And I just wanted them to hear a little bit of the difference because, what we need to do, to try to make a difference so that those type of things are decreased. I know they're never going to go away because as women, unfortunately, we're always having to fight harder in those situations.
I mean, I'm not cutting you off, but there's always going to be double standards.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, the NBA could pay, these girls could be getting up to close to $650,000 for 3 months as opposed to $80,000, $90,000.
Right, right.
Come on now. $2 million could sponsor a whole WNBA team.
Exactly. That's what we were saying. Right. And everybody can make a nice chunk.
I mean, in the same city, using the same facilities.
Right.
The only thing is the pay is different.
Right.
So you explain that to me.
Yeah, and it's not even a comparable.
We have to go grind overseas for the other 9 months.
Right, to make the money
it's
up.
basically like we playing year round. So
you are
wear and tear.
That's hard on your body.
Wear and tear on your body.
Right. Right.
And then when you get injured, they got somebody else coming in. I mean, WNBA or Europe.
Right.
Yeah, and then you have to pass you have to make it through the training camp and a certain date for your contract to be guaranteed. So you could get hurt at any minute.
Right. Yeah, and a lot of people don't realize
and
that.
Like the
even
NBA,
though you get drafted and you go, that don't necessarily mean you
because most of the
NBA
NBA contracts are guaranteed. Like, hurt or not, they end up still getting their money. Like, that's just.
I think y'all fading away a little bit. Can y'all speak up?
Yeah, she was saying that in the NBA, whether they get hurt or not, they still get their money. Whereas the women, something happens and they don't know that, you go to training camp. If you don't make it to the training camp, then you ain't playing in the league.
No, only thing you're gonna get is a sports bra, some biker shorts, and some socks. and you'll get a little per diem. And thank you. And
have a good day.
We'll be in touch next year.
Oh,
okay.
Don't call us. We'll call you.
Exactly.
Oh gosh. So see, and that just takes it even down even further. A lot of it looks good on paper, but they don't really know what it look like.
Good on paper. But one thing I can say, I mean, you get a chance to play in front of your family as opposed to playing in Europe. That's one of the pluses.
Yeah.
Right.
And then they think you rich.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Rich. People don't realize the season's only like 3 months. And then you make it to the playoffs. Everything we'll say like 4 months at the most.
Right.
And then you got to leave and go to Europe.
Wow.
And then it depends on which team you plan on. You might get a team over there. The coach don't speak English. You have to deal with a translator, and then it's all kinds of mind games they play over there. So if you're not built for this, you don't have thick skin. Europe isn't the place for you. So it took me a while to understand how it really worked in Europe. So I started playing the game the same way they was playing over there. It's a few teams that I got before they got me. So it's bound to happen. Everything tomorrow.
See,
yeah.
So when they finally give you your money, they know you have to leave and go to training camp. Oh, we send money bank account. No.
No. Right. I'll take a check right now.
I'll take a money order, some cash.
You gotta take cash.
Right.
Oh yeah, cash, not check.
From Europe, okay?
Right. Wow, that's that's an eye opener, for our guests to hear. So they don't, they see it and they think this is, always going to happen like this and everything's going to go as planned. And, it's still a hustle because that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And, if they ain't working at it, then, you might not make it. Even less
the
than
agents, they full of crap also. So you gotta choose a good dedicated agent also.
So that's my question too. So how does all that get set up? I know a lot of times right before you're getting ready to graduate, do you go out and look for your own agent? Do that? Is that something that's set up usually by the coaches?
They'll find you. They laying in the grass waiting.
They laying in the grass.
Yeah.
Wow.
And a lot is by word of mouth. A lot of their friends, hey, this is my agent. She want to talk to you. Go out, have a dinner, and fill your head up, and then you sign that paper. It's too late.
Right.
What percentage?
A lot of us don't go get attorneys to proofread contracts.
See, and that's the problem.
And we're just so excited. You just sign right there.
Right.
Okay.
They're saying all the right
get
things.
over there and you have to call your agent like, hey, where's my internet? Where's my 3 plane tickets? Where's my television? Like y'all said, y'all was put in the contract to buy my family tickets to come over.
Yeah.
And a lot of players end up buying their own tickets to go home.
Wow.
That's what I'm saying.
It's
if
a lot.
Over there balling, it's not happening.
Yeah.
That's a lot to think about. A lot for the girls to think about.
It is.
So when you from your college days to what you did in your professional career, what lessons can you give to the girls that are girls coming up now to prepare themselves and how to get them mentally and physically ready?
I just told you, interact with your coach because they know a lot of people also, and they can lead you in the right way. Some, but once you do playing, it's a wrap. But unfortunately, that wasn't the case for me because a lot of players can't even go back to their old university.
Wow.
Yeah, it's the truth, But my family at DePaul University, it's always been an open door for me.
That's good.
So people need to take that into account too before you sign with a university.
Yeah.
You got to think, hey, y'all gonna treat me like family. What about when I'm finished playing?
Right.
Are you gonna help prepare me for the next step?
You got to think about all of that.
Yes, that's something we always say.
Right. So now that you're done with your, go ahead.
No, I just know some players like the universities don't want nothing to do with them. But you went there and gave blood, sweat, and tears for 4 years.
Right.
Right. It's 2 years coming from a JUCO like myself.
Yeah. So, can you tell them a little bit about the JUCO route?
The JUCO route. To be honest with you, that was one of the best times of my life. Because I couldn't wait to play against a Division I player. Because I didn't take school series ended up coming out of high school. I didn't think I was going to college. But
Oh,
thank God for my guidance counselor, Miss Smith at Bolton High School. She was like, "Oh yeah, you're going to college."
uh-huh. That's
And
good.
I visited a couple of JUCOs and Tupelo, Mississippi, and I was supposed to go to Sullivan in Kentucky, and I was like, nah. I was like, and so this guy named Randy Gibson, my coach, junior college coach, he came to my home, and I think that's what won me over. He drove all the way from Oklahoma. He looked just like Randy Travis, and hey, and I took a visit out there, and everybody else was like, "Yeah, we're gonna get you a bus ticket." I'm like, and they was like, "We flying you out here." I'm like,
Okay.
I'm
Right.
taking the flight.
Right.
And like it was like the junior college was like it was ran like a university. We had our own private bus. We had big time boosters. It was incredible. It was incredible in Miami, Oklahoma.
Okay.
Yeah, never forget that place.
And that's good that, some of the girls need to hear that they can still, you work hard enough,
Yeah,
to go that
From
route.
the
you can
junior
still
college
get it.
and still got to the WNBA.
Exactly.
That's work. That's what I'm
Right.
saying. It's like you don't have to go to university to get to the WNBA. You can go to junior college route. If it's meant for you, it's meant for you.
Right.
You know
Right.
what you need to do. These people got their eyes and their ears open.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. That's true. That's true.
And that's what a lot of them say. They recruit
and
them.
they definitely will find you.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So what do you do? What are you doing now that you have retired?
I'm
What
in
do
the
you do?
education field now. I'm teaching.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, I'm teaching now. I'm teaching today's youth.
That's great.
Well, that's wonderful. I'm sure you have a lot to
That's what
share.
I'm doing, and I'm doing a little coaching also.
Okay.
Coaching different little basketball camps.
Okay.
Like that.
Yeah, I was wondering if you still was on that
I'm
court.
happy. I'm happy at where I'm at right now.
That's good.
Yeah, that's good.
It sounds like you had a lot of amazing
I done
experience.
had it all, been everywhere.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's what it seems like.
This is what God wants me to do now.
Right.
And you've experienced a lot more than most people.
Trust me.
It sounds like you've been a lot of places. A lot of places.
You can put these size 12s on and walk in them. Oh wow!
What you'll see, huh?
Unbelievable.
See. Well, at least you have a lot to share, and that's good that you're teaching and you're teaching the youth, from things that you've learned along the way, and things that they can take and do well with. So,
Absolutely.
yes. Well, we appreciate you calling in.
Thank you.
Hey,
so much.
I'm more than happy to do this.
We'll definitely
where
probably-
y'all call it from? Ohio, right?
It's Columbus, Ohio. Yes, Columbus.
Oh yeah, I've been to the OH10.
Okay.
Shout out to everybody out there in Columbus.
And shout out to you. Thank you so much for your
Yes,
time and
yes.
giving us a little bit of your story and a little background and some inspiration for our girls. So thank you.
That's what we're doing it for. Trying to keep these girls to see some relevancy of their game.
Mm-hmm.
And always stay focused. That's what I can tell the listeners, tell the young people who are listening, stay focused.
Stay focused.
Stay focused.
You're gonna get frustrated. Something's gonna bother you, but just stay on track.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That's it.
Well, if they do that, I'm sure they'll have success.
Yes.
Exactly.
All right. Well, thank you.
And one quick thing is, and I have a nephew plays for TCU.
Mm-hmm.
Jalen Fisher. Be on the lookout for him this year. This is his season right here.
Okay.
Okay.
Jalen Fisher, we hear you. Okay.
Right. Be on the lookout.
All right. Again,
All right.
thank you again for calling.
All right. Good night.
You
Good
have
night.
a great day. Bye. All right. So today, our show is going to be over in an hour. We only have an hour today.
And it's over. It's 7:00. So.
It's 7:00. So we did want to definitely thank her for calling in.
Yes, thank you. We really enjoyed that. We got a lot of information, and I didn't realize before she called in that she was a pioneer of the WNBA.
Exactly. I didn't know she was
from the beginning.
From the beginning.
So,
and we're going to have some information on the site about her, and you can go on actually YouTube, and there's all kinds of clips and more of her story.
Right.
Definitely something to look at and watch and to get to know.
All right.
So, again, we thank you for listening.
We'll see y'all again next week.
We'll see you next week.
Again, tag us if you need us to put some information out for you. Right. Call, DM, and we'll be here.
Yes. Any news, any basketball updates, send it in, and we'll be happy to talk about it on the air.
All right.
Have a good evening.
94 feet and beyond.